Hi guys, today is day 14 and as you can see my hair is messed up again and I can't help it. I try to make them uh straight but they just keep going up. Oh look, oh now it's better. I really need a haircut. I can't make it down. It's keep going up. Anyway, okay. Enough of my enough about my hair. And oh no, it's getting worse. No, it's getting worse. Anyway, you guys can see my forehead. Um, I'm gonna spend a minute of this video just make sure my head is perfect. Okay, before I started, let me introduce this shirt to you. I actually buy this shirt in the Disneyland in Los Angeles, and that is my first time went to America. Yeah, I've been to America twice. The first time is in Los Angeles, and the second time is in Washington D.C. And both of the trip was fantastic, fascinating and fantastic. I would like to visit America again. I, I really want to. One of my biggest dreams is study abroad, and the first place on my list is America, and the second place is Europe. I kind of want to go to French because I've been learning French. I will be learning French in university, and I would like to visit French. Actually, only second thought, maybe Spain, cause I started learning Spanish in junior high school. That is the first time I I first know the language. First time I start to learn the language. Yeah, and I find Spanish very interesting, and I would say very easy to learn because it's very similar to English. Like I said in the previous video, there is the reason why these two languages are easy to learn if you can speak one of the language, either Spanish or English. Yeah, and I just think French is a very elegant language, so I want to learn it. And yeah, I would like to visit France someday in the future. Europe, anywhere in Europe, I would like to visit. I think very, in my expectation, um, well, in my imagination of Europe, I had never been to Europe, but I, I just think that Europe is a very nice place. Maybe it's because the social media, many people take beautiful photo of Europe when they're traveling. There's many vlog. There's many vlog talk about you going to Europe, and I really liked the the whole culture of the Europe, the Rome history and the Greek history. Yeah, I'm very into that, and the architecture is also one of the reasons why I want to visit Europe. I really liked the style of the European architecture. Yeah. And yeah, especially the Rome. So maybe Italy is also on my list. And my favorite food is Italian food. Yeah, that is my favorite. Especially spaghetti, pasta. Yeah, somebody call it spaghetti. No, spaghetti is one of the kind of the pasta, and I like all kind of pasta, but my favorite is spaghetti. Yeah, and and in spaghetti they have the other uh categorized, like there is thousand type of spaghetti. You don't want to dip into that because that will drive you nuts. I guarantee there is more than 10 type of different spaghetti based on its based on its and wide, based on it wide, and based on how hard or how soft when you chew it. Yeah, that's about spaghetti. Oh, and I do say that I want to keep sharing my experience of learning Korean, but I just can't recall. I can't recall. I can recall that. What did I say yesterday? Yeah, I really have to. I really need to start to review my video, but I don't but I don't do that because it's embarrassing watching yourself. Well, for me now, but I really need to start reviewing so I can know where I made the mistake and how can I improve. But yeah, I will put that part for you guys. You guys can help me. You guys can help me find my mistake and give me some advice and feedback on how can I improve my English ability, because I really don't want to review my video. It's very embarrassing myself. It's very embarrassing to see myself talking in English and just say something nonsense and making a lot of mistake. You know. And what? Oh, there's some special thing about today is that I encounter a book when I'm scrolling, surfing the internet, scrolling the Instagram. There's a video talking about how you think, how people should think in how people should think critically. I think I talked about this in the video, in the previous video. I don't know which day, but I talked about it. I want to learn about critical thinking, and I found out this book called Think Fast and Slow. It's basically just explaining all the fallacy. Fallacies mean bias info. You think on bias, fallacy that there is a common mistake. Oh no, fallacy mean you thought it was true, but actually it's not. Yeah, I put it simply. That's what fallacy mean, and it's introduced many type of fallacy to the readers, and I find it very interesting because I want to think critically. I want to make myself more rational and objective, just like I say in the previous video. And I read the table of context, and the first one is called dice fallacy. It's a very common, not very common, a very iconic example of the critical thinking. When you try to learn critical thinking, this is the first fallacy you need to know. So dice fallacy, let me introduce it to you guys. It's very simple. So imagine you have a dice and you start to roll it. You roll it once, you roll it twice, you roll it three times, and you try to roll the 6. If you are comparing the number, if you're playing and you try to compare, you try to get the big number and you're rolling the 6. You try to roll the 6 out, and first time you get a 3, second time you get a 2, and the third time you get a 5. So the four times you will roll a 6. So many people think that, there is, in the past 3 times I roll the dice, there is no 6. So the first time the probability of rolling 6 may be higher. So they have the sudden confidence of rolling a 6. But that is not true, because the probability of rolling a 6 is same when no matter how many times you roll it. So the probability is 1 of 6. Yeah, but because of the bias, or you can say cognitive fallacy. I don't know how to describe, but because but your brain will tell you, oh, there is a higher chance because in the past 3 times you didn't roll the 6, so there is might be a higher chance the 6 show up this time, but that is not true, and that is what we call dice fallacy, and it's a very typical example and very typical and iconic example of the opposite side of critical thinking. And if you want to learn critical thinking, you need to know how our bias influence our thoughts. So there is a sentence I like it really much. The strength of belief is stronger than the truth. I read this sentence. I don't know when, but in the past I just I have read this sentence and I like it really much. I like it very much. I like it. I like it very much. And it was in Chinese, but translate into English, it's more like the power of belief is stronger than the truth, which mean people apt to believe what they believed is instead of the truth, and that is also the reason why there is so many myths spreading around, because people thought it was true and they start to share with other people, and before those people fact checked, they instantly believe it and share it to the next person, and the rumor just starts spreading all around. Yeah, and I try to make myself to avoid that situation, which is instantly believe what others say or instantly believe what information I receive, because I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. There is many fake news and just explosive information we receive nowadays, and I think critical thinking is a very, very important and a very, very essential skill in nowadays. Because many school didn't teach us critical thinking, but fortunately our school does, and it's really helpful, and I'm really grateful and very appreciate that our school opened these courses about critical thinking. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I really need to train my outro, because anytime I want to stop, I can come up with a conclusion. I just instantly stop right there. And some people say, "What? You finished? But you didn't sound like finished." Yeah, I will try to wrap up the conclusion of the video. Maybe next video, but yeah. Okay, I can try it now. In conclusion, what we learned today. We learned that my shirt is from LA, and I share about my experience. In America. Not very detailed, but just mention that I've been there twice. And I said that I want to share my experience. Oh, and I share that I want to visit Europe, and then I said that I want to keep sharing my experience of learning Korean, but I don't think there is much more to talk about. Yeah, because I spent a lot of time saying in the last video, and last we talked about critical thinking, and it's very important and it's a very essential skill. a very essential skill. Vital. It's a very vital skill, vital ability nowadays. And yes, that's just pretty much about today. And thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow.